What's going on, you guys? So, check it right. With the year coming to an end soon, it's obvious that 2024 was a good year musically. I mean, we saw the return of Frank Casino, who's been on a 3 to 4 year long hiatus. Now, Frank dropped a new project titled By Design, which consists of 9 records and an intro from the comedian Loyiso Gola. Now, the project is pretty good. I mean, when it came to the production side of things, each record really had its own vibe to it, which made for a nice listening experience. Now, in terms of the subject matter of what Frank was talking about, while on tracks like Long Life, Woke Up in the North, Pretty Motherfucker, Fast Life, and Another Weekend, well, it's obvious that he can't get enough of the dollies or the babies, as he puts it, and it sounds like he's gotten accustomed to the rich lifestyle, where he makes reference to his AMG and how he loves taking drives in the north. He also makes mention of his designer watches, as well as just flexing on niggas with their own women, which is honestly diabolical if I think about it, but I'm not judging. But anyways, with the first half of the project being about his bachelor lifestyle, the second half is a bit more introspective in how his bachelor ways have him feeling like he's in search for someone who is real for himself. He also touches on the friendships that he has because he's able to rely on his boys if he's going through tough times, and how they all just try to live the same lifestyles where they're all balling together. But on Rich's G Part 2, Frank contemplates on whether he'll face his fears this year, but he has a newfound of ambition like he did back in the day when he used to ride around in his Opel, and that he wants his lifestyle to mirror a Tumblr page. So just on that verse alone, it really speaks to him engineering his lifestyle in a way that he's always imagined, which I found interesting because it's definitely a callback to the title of the album being By Design. I mean, even though his lyrics might not be rich in bars or punchlines, he'll definitely paint a picture for you with each line he delivers, which I appreciate. Now, as I mentioned earlier, Frank took a long hiatus from music, which I honestly feel as if killed his progression within the hip-hop community. I mean, from 2016 to 2018, Frank was on a crazy run in terms of the music he was putting out and the features he hopped on. I mean, we had records like Whole Thing and the Whole Thing remix with Ricky. We had Mayo with DJ Speedster, Low with ASAP Ferg, New Coupe, Come Alive, as well as Sudden with Casper. So he was on a crazy run, as I said, and he was regarded as one of the hottest rappers in the game at that time. But all that changed when he took a break. Now, in interviews, his reasoning for doing so relates to exploring life and trying new things, improving his business expertise, and trying to resonate with the music he's making.
What's been happening in the past 2 years?
I guess I've been trying to figure myself out, exploring different things.
Yeah.
Like in life.
Different women,
I wish. Yeah, I mean, just in terms of business, man, money,
Yeah.
Trying to learn as much as I can and better the relationships that I have in terms of the future. I think that's me putting it in a nutshell. It's pretty much what I've been up to. And also I've been making music for sure.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Shit.
But in terms of making music, getting into the studio and making a song is not difficult, especially if you've been making music, right?
And you're talented like yourself.
Thank you. But you need to feel the song. I feel. I wanna enjoy my own music. I don't wanna play a song. Yeah, sure, I can have friends that enjoy it and say the song is sick or whatever the case is, right? But I need to feel it. I need to feel it emotionally or whatever and say, I really like the song. And when I put it out, I have no doubts or whatever. But now it's different when you have music that you're not sure about, I think, and you put it out and let's say it goes south for you. Whatever your idea of south is, then you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Type of thing, So it's been that type of journey for me in terms of music and trying to find my own sound, There's still that battle, but I wouldn't say, I know who I am musically.
Yeah.
But, one that's gonna separate me from everybody else.
Now, on the last track on the album titled Bosses, there's 3 audio clips that Frank included on the record where we can hear Hove, Park, and Pharrell speak on the music process, and I believe Frank included these clips to give reason as to why he's been gone for so long. I mean, Jay speaks on how people don't believe in artist development anymore, and because of that, it takes time for a person to find themselves and their voice and know what to talk about through the music. Now, Park speaks on being organized or mob-oriented, and how because that's seen as copying the Italians, it's looked down upon. But Pac could care less about that, because knowing how to be organized means that you peep game and know how things work, which in turn reduces your chances of getting exploited and increases your own capital gain within the music industry. Now with Pharrell, while he touches on the progression within the music you make, I mean, he doesn't want to sound like he's constantly making the same sounding music, but instead he's learning something new, perfecting that sound and moving on to something new once again. So he avoids having to hear the streets saying that he's making repetitive music. Now, after hearing what those legends had to say, I understand why Frank took the break he did, but at the end of the day, he killed his own hype and progression. And I think what made matters even worse is that he dropped on the same day as 25K and Tony Diamond, who both had highly anticipated albums. I mean, if this was still 2017 or 2018, I'm sure things would have turned out differently. But unfortunately for him, Kilo and Tony generated more buzz and attention, leaving him a bit sidelined, which is unfortunate because he did drop a really solid project in my opinion. But I'm just hoping he stays more consistent, because that raw, captivating sound he brings to the game is always refreshing to hear, and it would be disappointing if he went on another hiatus once again. But you guys, let me know your thoughts on this. Do you think Frank Casino killed his own hype, and if so, was it justified? Also, let me know what you thought about By Design. Are you feeling it or nah? Comment down below. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to hit that like button if you found the content dope, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It's on to the next one. Peace.